Hey guys, Deva here, and you're gonna have a second video from me today because I just finally managed to max out my Thunder Cage, and I think there should be a video. I couldn't find many max out Thunder Cage build videos, so we'll show you mine or what I found to be the best for me personally, but I'm still testing around. So for affixes, this works best for me because for actual mobs you don't need like much damage since they die in like 1 or 2 bullets. So bonus firearms against Colossus can be permanently in there. Hit rate, firearm attack, preferably also legendary, and rounds per magazine. Now here you can also have weak point or something else. I prefer rounds per magazine because this weapon doesn't have that many rounds. For modules, as you can see, everything is maxed out except expended max, which is a huge damage increase, but due to this skill, concentration priority, which gives 120% critical hit damage, but reload time modifier 30 with minus 30, which is huge. If you use this, you have to also use this. So for example, if you're not at this stage and have like less crystallized, which you probably have, you want to remove this too and max out an expended max, for example, something like this. So this should be like your early stage once you have so many catalysts. Well, you have more slots. You need one less. You don't need that many, like 6. But yeah, once you actually have as many catalysts as I do, we found this to be the best, and I'm still playing around. I'll show you guys another build that I'm working on. So far, it's like the highest DPS that I could get, and I'm happy with it. Like, it completely melts bosses, as you will see or can see in the footage. The first slot should be always free for elemental attacks, so you can swap out. For example, if you're fighting a toxic boss, you need to swap out this for electricity, right? The good thing is about if you're fighting actually something that's fire weak, you can put more max because you can move this here and you can use an expanded max with 5 upgrades. Now, recycling genius is also good, but you could also use it on this slot. Found out that the max actually gives, I mean, the game doesn't have to be necessarily correct about the DPS calculation. Of course, mostly it's going to be wrong since it doesn't even count half the stuff. But seemingly magazines are better than the reload modifier. Anyway, this cancels it somewhat out. And there is also reload canceling in this game. If you guys didn't know, just noticed it by accident. And I just ended up using a lot reload cancel. How reload canceling works is you basically have to cancel out your reload with whatever, like a skill or a punch, preferably a skill, so you keep your DPS up right before it reloads, or about 70% when the reload does it down. I think a little bit more than half, but it works like 99% consistently for me once I got used to it. So yeah, the reload is not that much of an issue. For the set, I mean, this is mostly character dependent, of course. But for my character, skill power is pretty good. But mostly I use it because of the general rounds capacity and rounds per magazine. So I'm back at around like 35 to 40 bullets, depending on how much expended max you have. And it's a super good DPS increase, the Slayer set. Now, if you guys, I'll tell you this, I didn't see actually anyone using this before. This skill is incredibly insane, because it gives you infinite ammo for a short amount of time. Now, it's only 3 seconds. And if it was a slower shooting weapon, I would be like, okay, 3 seconds is nothing. But this has such a high fire rate that in this 3 seconds, you can pump out like 70 bullets times 100k damage, depending on the monster, right? So it pairs really, really well. I mean, this build is not maxed out. I was still playing around, so don't take this with a grain of salt. I just want to make you aware that this skill exists and probably can do some crazy burst damage builds with this. Like reload, crazy burst, and then yeah. Okay, I'm editing this after I edited actually the video because I just went to test the Firing Fiesta. So I forgot to say that for Firing Fiesta, fire rate is mandatory. And the clip you're seeing with the Devour is without fire rate and a free module slot because it has the wrong symbols. So I can't switch to the Firing Fiesta build and max out without to waste the crystallization thing, since I'm using the other one as my main build. So the Firing Fiesta build will actually be more damage on paper for sure, because it has so much burst damage and fire rate, but that requires, of course, to hit weak spots and stuff like that to quickly burst down the boss. Yeah. But yeah, that was about it. I'll show you guys a little bit of footage if you want to stay on how it's how I play with it. But yeah, besides that, I wish you a nice day and happy farming, guys. Bye bye.
Watch carefully.